The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your.
Up next, DA. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Let's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
Here's Levine, and that one drops for him. Levine's got his second bucket tonight.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. 4-point game. Pass to Augustine. Fournier in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Vucevic against Levine. Vucevic with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Here's Ennis after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Ennis passes to Augustine. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. Here's Markkanen. No good on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
The Magic making a switch here. Bombas checked in. Gordon trying to break loose. Augustine, no luck.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look. But this is why we play the game.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And that one's good by Porter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
To end the run, and it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Fournier dishes to Augustine. 1:12 left in the first quarter. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Chicago the other way. Porter kicks to Levine. Marking it into the lane. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Levine throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Gordon. His last outing, he had 8 points. That one good for 2.
Yeah, still working on his jumper. But you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nice D from Fournier.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And right now, Bamba's still working on the offensive side, but the intent is there. Able to draw that foul.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Done with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Buzzer beater!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And so in the game for the Magic, Carter Williams is out there with Fultz, and it's Vucevic, then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Birch in at the power forward position. Here's Hutchison. And here is Dunn. Passes it to Hutchison. Ross with a steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And Fultz loves pushing the pace. He's downright terrifying in the open floor. Loves jumping all over the defense.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer draft.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Now, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Pass to Vucevic. It's deflected.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Done. No good that time. The Magic trail by 10. Fultz the pass to Ross. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Here's Vucevic. Lets the 3 fly. Fultz, no good. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to Chicago. Satoransky the pass to Cornette. Young outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Dunn. They get it again. Cornette kicks to Dunn. Now Valentine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Shot clock at 3. Dunn's shot's good.
Every time he sees the ball go through the bottom of the net, Chris Dunn gains more confidence with his shot.
Harrison's checked in for Chicago. The Magic trail by 12. And the pass to Birch. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Goes up, finishes the break with a slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Now here's Ross. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. At the tip, it's good on the putback.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Pass to Valentine. Back to Satoransky. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Here's Ross. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. Carter Williams has got it back down to within single digits for the Magic.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Young. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's what you want to see. They're doing a good job getting points in the paint here in the second.
Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky. Augustine passes to Ennis. From 20 feet out. Kept alive Orlando. Now here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Augustine. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. The Bulls leading by 11. Carter kicks to White. Passes it to Hutchison. Over to the left wing. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Augustine finds Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. For Orlando, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the Bulls making a change here. Good on both. Here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the paint. Stolen by Bamba. To the left wing. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. White with it. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so we conclude the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 8 points and 1 assist. And, Shaq, what did you see? Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Well, you just watch LaVine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with LaVine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim. Here's Porter.
That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And And that's now 7 points for Otto Porter Jr. Augustine against White. Vucevic down low. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Gordon controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Porter. Levine finds White. Off target from three-point range. The Magic trail by 7. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Dunn against Augustine. Now here's Ennis. He's covered closely. In transition, here come the Bulls. Carter leading the charge.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Augustine dishes to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Augustine against Dunn. Pass to Ennis. Here's Gordon. 10 points for him. 6 to shoot. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Here's Levine. Yep, that one goes. Levine's got 14. Well, lately we have seen star players changing teams more often. Shorter contracts. Player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of them?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
And Porter, here we go. Vucevic with the block. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. Here's Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Ennis. Ross, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Outside Gordon. Ross on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Birch the pass to Fultz. It's hauled in by the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And there's the pass to Birch. In the corner, it's Gordon. Off target from outside. The Bulls leading by 7. 3-pointer. Ross grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The Magic have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. He's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Luke Cornett. Young comes in for Valentine. And it's White in for Shaquille Harrison.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
It's tipped. And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Fultz in at the point. Right the pass to Young. And here is Satoransky. Back to Young. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Young against Gordon. Now Fultz. He dishes it to Fournier. Now here's Fultz. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for the matchup with the Heat, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Satoransky. And a switcher also for Orlando. DJ Augustine's checked in for Markelle Fultz.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
All alone, and then LaVine with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Outside Fournier. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Vucevic, it's good from long range.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
LaVine looking around. Moves back up. Back to White. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Markkanen. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well-liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Ross. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
White against Augustine. Outside Fournier. Gordon for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Kept alive.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Fournier.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
Markkanen kicks to Porter. And again, unable to change momentum here. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
At the elbow, Vucevic. To to take the lead. That gives them the lead. Vucevic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
It's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Ellis?
Thank you, David. Clock at 4. Levine inside the three-point line. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Gordon. It counts.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
They could use a bucket. Levine can't hit.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Pass to Ennis from deep three-point range. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Passes it to Levine. Nails the tray.
If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
And so the timeout here by Jim Boylan. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, you need the three here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible. And it's all about the three right here.
And they're looking to tie it up. Live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really,
David, thank you as always.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
Every home game's an occasion here in Orlando. And the pregame. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point guard. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Garland, right wing. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with Forrest Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And it's Gordon missing. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
All the reach you need to throw it down there. Vucevic making it look easy.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Garland. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Knocked away. And stolen by Drummond. And here's the fast break. And here we go.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Outside Fournier. Here's Gordon. And that one is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Garland with it. Vucevic on him. They get the rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Now, here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Garland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Thompson. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Ross on the wing. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Just 4 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Cleveland. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Thompson with the bucket. The Magic trail by 9. Fultz kicks to Bamba. Outside for Carter Williams. A second chance effort. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by the Magic. 19 seconds left to play in the first. The pass to Ross. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
Terrence Ross. And both free throws good for Ross.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Garland with it. Puts the move on. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. And so it's Cleveland. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 guard. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Garland, the pass to Windler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Porter, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Down low, here's Osman. And Sexton has it in the corner. No good on the triple. The Magic trail by 12. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Sexton, the pass to Drummond. Feeds to Love. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic. For Cleveland, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And you all may have heard this before.
Now here is Augustine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Ennis dishes to Gordon. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Fournier. Ennis kicks to Fournier. Augustine passes to Ennis. Here's Fournier. 5 on the clock. Now Augustine, guarded by Porter. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And it's Gordon missing. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Good.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Now here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. No good on the free throw.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Here's Windler. No points in the game yet for him. They double in with Vucevic. Here's Thompson. Ross grabs the board.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Boy, good strength that time from Bamba. He's accustomed to getting bodied on the way up and still finding a way to finish.
And so it's Cleveland with a 10-point lead. So thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq. And that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 10-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 6.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
For 3, Love.
And Gordon really a hustler at the defensive end, always trying to contest the shot whenever he can.
Tries from 10. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's Vucevic up again, and the second chance effort by Gordon. He's got 8.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
And here is Garland. He's got 6. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Birch comes in for James Ennis, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And that one drops for him.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Carter-Williams dishes to Vucevic, and they take the lead. Vucevic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of microanalysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Here is Ross following the basket by Colin Sexton. And Thompson sends it back. And a wide open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Volts kicks to Ross. To the inside. Birds the pass to Vucevic. And here is Carter Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Birch. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Windler, the pass to Thompson. To the middle. Windler with the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Carter Williams kicks to Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Nance dishes to Thompson. Basket good. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Vucevic missing.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Traps in the tray.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here are the Magic now. After the Cavaliers pick up 3. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Back to Sexton. There's Porter with the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Carter Williams has got the ball. Here's Vucevic. Can't connect. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers ahead. Up by 4. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Cleveland. Hussman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the 2. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is it?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. It means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Clock at 6. Garland with it. Vucevic on him. Garland with the bucket. The Magic trail by 8. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Shoots from the corner. And it's Vucevic missing.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Augustine looking around. For the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Thompson. He kicks it to Garland. 4 on the shot clock. A beautiful reverse layup. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's good on the putback.
Bamba's got crazy length and impressive height, obviously, at north of 7 feet. Helps him on that offensive board, but his tenacity, a big part of that, too.
Now, here's Garland. High arcing shot. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Down by 12. Back to Vucevic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Osman the pass to Garland. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. For 3, Drummond trying to get himself free, but they recover it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. And that's going to be a travel. The Magic trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Cavaliers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tristan Thompson.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Cans it from downtown.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. There's the triple. Love grabs the board. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Now Dellavedova. Releases. The putback. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. A look at Chicago. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Bulls, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at center. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Levine, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, those are the subtle moves that Levine is adding to his game. That pump fake, now he is just heading to the line. Nice.
Difficult stretch for these two teams. As a player, Doris, do you change your approach when you're in the midst of a losing streak?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges when you're losing is to remain confident in your abilities, to trust your process, to understand you've put in the requisite work, and sometimes in the midst of losing, you have to just hang your head on knowing I've put in the time, I'm going to stick with the game plan, I've got to be flexible and make adjustments certainly, but trust the process.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Now, here's Garland. Guarded closely. It's deflected.
Well, with his vertical, LaVine sends it back. That is nice.
Markkanen kicks to White. On the wing, Porter. Here's LaVine. Good D by Drummond.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
This, to me, is where LaVine's length can be a major advantage. Nice job attacking on the painted area.
And here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
And here's White following Colin Sexton's 3. Here's LaVine. Markkanen passes to LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup. LaVine's got 8.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Cavaliers leading. Out left to the wing. Sexton kicks to Garland. Passes it to Drummond. Now the dish to Sexton. Back to Drummond. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. LaVine heading to the hoop. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, LaVine has got a creative streak. Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. White gets it to go from beyond the arc.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by LaVine. And too much time in the lane, they get called with a 3-second violation. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Bulls leading by 3. Dunn looking over the floor. Back to Satoransky. Here's Cornette. Thompson with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And a wide open look for Porter. Yes, that goes in.
You have to do more than that against Larry Nance Jr. This guy is no stranger to physical contact.
Done outside. Over Garland. And again, Chicago. No good. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Cavaliers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Levine can't hit. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Cavaliers lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Levine, good. Levine's got 14.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Pass to Thompson. The shot off that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip.
We're just going to call him Mr. Zach LaVine, another highlight reel finish.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Here's Satoransky. Cavaliers with the rebound. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Harrison's checked in for Levine. For Cleveland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
The shot that time, not on target. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Young. Porter pulls it in. And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need Doris the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
Here's Young. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. There's Harrison, guarded by Porter. Harrison passes to Hutchison. Back to Harrison. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now here's Nance. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Can't connect from short range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Porter looking it over. feeds it to Thompson. Over Young, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
The Bulls making a switch here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lowry Marketing comes in for Young. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's done in for Satoransky. Here's Sexton. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Sexton's got 8. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. Porter's checked in for the Bulls. The free throw off from Carter. And Love's got the ball here for Cleveland. It's a 3-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Valentine passes to Dunn. And not sure what he was thinking there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
On the wing, Porter. Here's Dunn, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
On the wing, Porter. Offline with his 3. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 16 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, so far they won the
That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Taking a look at the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter at the small forward position. So it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Here's Osman. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Outside, White. The pass to Levine. Lock at 6. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Levine's got 20 points.
Zach LaVine is simply stated a tough cover. He's got athleticism and skill, and that combination is lethal.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Garland, the basket good off the assist from Sexton. Garland's got the lead up to 5 now for Cleveland. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. White the pass to Young. Outside, White. Just 5 to shoot. Young's shot is off. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 10-2 run here. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Windler, the pass to Garland. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's White. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Sexton.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Then for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in for Luke Cornett. Harrison comes in for Satoransky. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers. Dunn showing great vision.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Here's Harrison. No good on the 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Windler with the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Young's shot is off. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And the first one drops. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Drummond. The Bulls also changing it up. Carter comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Chandler Hutchison. Here's Dunn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Nance.
Listen, Dunn has got elite power and elite speed, and it's paying dividends in the paint.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Cavaliers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
What you respect about Larry Nance Jr. is his work ethic. This guy wants to keep getting better. He adds more and more elements to his game. He is such a fun player to watch.
Here's Dunn. Trains it from 9 feet away. Dunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, defending him inside is never an easy job. A little reminder of that right there. Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
That will count. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Yeah, that is a timely three-pointer there. They had to keep it within reach going into the fourth, and that shot allows them to do just that.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Nance and Thompson are up front. Sexton is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Nance, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Dunn shot's good.
No, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Nance against Porter. Nance with it. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Cavaliers lead by 6. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Sexton. Thompson outside. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Windler. Shot clock at 6. Back to Thompson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Carter. Here's Dunn. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, Chris Dunn, remarkably comfortable in the mid-range. You get him the ball in that spot, he'll take care of the rest.
Outside, Porter. Passes to Sexton. Thompson left side. Porter kicks to Thompson. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Zach LaVine comes in for Harrison, and it's White in for Dunn. To the inside, it's stolen by Carter. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. That one goes in. Porter's got his first 2 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Porter. Now, here's Sexton. To the paint. Here's Love. Here's Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Love. That's 10 points for Andre Drummond.
And, Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
Pass to Markkanen. Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by LaVine. Stolen by Markkanen. And Porter, here we go. Outside, Markkanen. For 3, LaVine. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The Cavaliers leading by 4. In transition, here come the Bulls. Markkanen inside the line. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Markkanen's got his first points of the night. And stolen by White. Here's LaVine, and the jam by LaVine.
LaVine delivery in a big moment. What a game we've got.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Bulls making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Now Garland. There's the pass to Sexton.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Porter, Markkanen trying to break loose. Porter, no luck. Here's Sexton, and he drops in the layup off the bench. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
The kick out to Porter. Pass to White. Here's Levine. Good D by Drummond. Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Here's Levine. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here's Sexton. Headed by Levine. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Sexton, no good. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So Cleveland will get the first possession. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Porter. And it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
White, he's checked in for Chicago. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
Levine, good.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by Levine.
Pass to Garland. And Drummond kicks to Garland. Connects from three-point range.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Count it, good. Levine's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen, Greg, great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Outside, Levine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
just tremendous quickness. It makes Levine difficult not to foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Love the pass to Garland. Now the pass to Sexton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
One of the things that Zach LaVine has worked so hard on is the ability to get to the free throw line. This guy has stated he wants to be one of the best to ever do it. Well, a great scorer gets to the foul line.
Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Here's Love. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Just a huge basket from Kevin Love. Stepped up right when they needed him to.
Here's Levine. It's the first that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osman's checked in, and so Levine nails both of them.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Cavaliers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, Colin Sexton has all the physical tools to be special in the NBA. He's got to sharpen his point guard skills. But if he works at this game, he's going to have a tremendous career.
And again, no good by Chicago. The basket here in this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And no mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
7-second difference, shot and game clock.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Have to give Markkanen credit there. Great job absorbing the hit on the shot.
Pass to Love. Here's Osman. Stolen by Carter. Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
And so Levine nails both of them. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. Long range from the inbound. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, these shots to me are about confidence, and Levine feeling very comfortable on the catch and shoot.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They had to scrape and claw. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with the
a spectacular side as we approach. It's not a, and let's talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up. And see, wherever you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Fournier's shot is off. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. Great positioning on the putback.
You better box out. Can you say poster? Because whenever you don't, he makes you pay for it with the putback dunk.
Here's Augustine. A putback and the second chance effort by Gordon.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Levine for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Vucevic the pass to Augustine, and White with the block.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
They grab their own miss. Vucevic with the block, and he recovers it. The pass to White. Kick out to Levine. 5 to shoot. Another 3 for Chicago.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Markkanen dishes to Levine. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. A slow start here for Orlando in this one. 8-point game. And the jam by Levine.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. White, wide open, he fires. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Out to Carter. Levine passes to Markkanen. Second shot opportunity, and Levine lays it in. Levine's got 12.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Now here's Ennis. Defense is right there. Augustine dishes to Gordon. Outside Fournier. Down low. Vucevic lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Augustine, and it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Orlando making some changes. Ken Birch is checked in for Ennis. Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Then for the Bulls. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Out of bounds, magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Thaddeus Young. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's putting up 13 points a game, over 2.5 steals, and 6 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Fires from deep. Rebound by the Magic.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
What blinding speed in the open floor. That's Fultz, especially dangerous in transition.
The Bulls leading by 7. Dunn kicks to Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Young with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Fultz looking around to the middle. Here's Birch with the putback. Goes up again. But they'll get another chance. And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, we've got Satoransky. He's out there with Chris Dunn, and it's Young in at the 4. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest. But I think the number of games in the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. Here's Cornette. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Birds the pass to Carter Williams. Misses in close.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Hutchison. No good with the triple. The Magic trail by 7. Fultz the pass to Carter Williams. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Valentine's shot, good. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Fultz. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3. Orlando, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Bamba.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
And Young kicks to Valentine. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 6.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Carter Williams against Satoransky. Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. 4 on the clock. Fultz kicks to Birch. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. Satoransky against Carter Williams. Now here's Satoransky. Tight defense on him. The 3 from Valentine. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Carves out position, holds his ground, makes it an easy call for the ref.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Gordon comes in for Markelle Fultz. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Valentine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Satoransky.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hop.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ennis, he's checked in for Bamba. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. And it's sent back by Carter.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Passes it to Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. Here's Dunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shakes him. And there's LaVine on the assist by Markkanen.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
For Orlando, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
As soon as LaVine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
Done against Augustine. Overdone. It's tipped. Carter outside. The kick out to Porter. Outside, Levine. Shoots over Vucevic. Oh, and he nails it just in time. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. He's clear. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando.
A blur in the open floor. LaVine is great at hustling and converting in transition.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Down by 12. Ennis taking his time here. Pass to Gordon. Kicks it to Augustine. And it's off from three-point range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Levine. And it goes down 2 points. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Fournier finds Augustine. From deep. Ennis, good. Ennis has got his first 3 points of the game.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. When it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also the mental focus of that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the board.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Burge has checked in for Evan Fournier, and it's Fulton for Augustine. Chicago also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen, and it's Harrison in for Levine.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Now here's Fultz. Light covering. Poked away. It's 2-on-1. From deep. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 11. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. It's deflected, but they get it back. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And another shot. Burge the pass to Vucevic. Here's Fultz. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. And in Chicago the other way, they get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Shots good from Young.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
On the wing, Gordon. Back to Fultz. Magic moving the ball around. And the pass to Ross. The 3. Magic working now with the new shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Kem Birch. Chicago also making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Valentine comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Chris Dunn's up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Satoransky's checked in for the Bulls. And the basket by Gordon.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Dunn. Carter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Ross for 3. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Here's Bamba. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bamba's got 8 points.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Dunn kicks to Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. Trying to get open is Carter. The shot by Valentine, no good. It's tipped. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. A 12-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. For the Magic, Ennis, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago. To the inside, Vucevic. And it's sent back by Carter. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Dunn's running. Count that one. Dunn's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
Great instincts on the break. Dunn seems to have a knack for running the right route.
Ross on the wing. Here's Augustine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Dunn picks one up. The Magic have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. Both free throws good from Augustine. Levine wide open. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's Dunn in at the 1 spot. And here are the Bulls now. Outside Porter for 3. Levine and the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
A little too aggressive. You appreciate the hustle, but you want to be smart about it.
Fournier with the ball. Passes it to Vucevic. Over Carter. And it's Vucevic missing.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Here's Levine. Bucket is good. Levine's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Chicago.
But this is the confidence Levine has in himself. I mean, he knows he has the touch to score inside.
Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And Levine throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Here's Fournier, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Now here's Ennis. He kicks it to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. 8 points for Vucevic.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the three as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the three-point line.
Levine against Fournier. The 3 ball. The Bulls keep it alive. Carter finds White. Now Porter. Over Ennis. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Now here's Fournier. From deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Ross against Levine. That one good for 2. Levine's got 16 here in the second half.
Wow, the quickness Levine possesses is just fantastic. At times, he overwhelms you with it on these drives inside.
And Ross with the slam.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
And Levine, here we go, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Vucevic.
That's just a real concentration from Levine, accepting the hit and finding a way to work through.
Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any other.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
As well as they should. I mean, they've really earned this victory with all the hard work they put into.
And the first one at the line is good. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
That free throw good from Fultz.
And that's what I love about Fultz. He does a little bit of everything. Scores, rebounds, passes.
Frazier, he's checked in for the Magic. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Chicago.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Fultz. First free throw is good.
And you can see Dunn fighting out what it means to be a leader, improving his confidence over time.
And so he makes both from the line. And it's Frazier with the ball for Orlando. They trail by 18. The three. Rebound by the Bulls. From downtown. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put
Allison. It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Magic. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs.
You play 2K all the time. You act.
We come to you tonight from the before. It is indeed, DA. Thank you. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the threesome. And for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
There's Garland, and he uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got his second bucket of the night. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And so just over a minute and a half played. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Outside Fournier. Back to Augustine. Over Garland. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the shot goes down.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals
show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Sexton deciding where to go with it.
The rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Well, Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong, can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range. And Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Ross. Off on the layup. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. High to the 50% mark.
You gotta love just the attack mentality of Fultz. Always getting after it on D. Skilled at taking the ball away from the opposition. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Birch. Nance with some nice D.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. Sexton finds Porter. Shot clock at 6. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 7.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here's Bamba. It's stolen by Nance. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Windler. And they pick up 2.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Now here's Carter Williams. Defended by Sexton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. You take a look at Ross. Deadly on the stripes. Someone you do not want to foul.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact. Because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
And they have no issues with drawing that kind of contact. They're more than willing to put their bodies on the line because as well as they shoot the free throws, they know these trips to the line will always pay off. Easy too.
Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2", with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
Here's Fultz following the score by Cleveland. Ross passes to Birch. High post try. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Out to the wing. Here's Sexton. Rebound by the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the dunk by Bamba.
Fultz not just looking to score the ball, he also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Up against Vucevic. The drive by Love. And Love throws it down.
He had to step up and prevent Kevin Love from driving to the inside. Once he puts it on the deck, he's pretty much committed to finishing at the rim.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Stolen by Garland. Here we go, one-on-one. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. And that one's good. Osman. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 7. Dishes it to Gordon. Ennis kicks to Fournier. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Bulls. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Carries it from three-point range. Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs. Augustine looking around. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Now Ennis defended by Drummond. Augustine from outside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight. They had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And so it's Cleveland. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held it 2. And that's a...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
The drive by Gordon, and it's sent back by Drummond. Orlando moving the ball around. Now here's Ennis. D right on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Magic have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And both free throws good for Vucevic. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Garland dishes to Love. And Drummond kicks to Sexton. The shape. Here's Drummond. 3 on the clock. They retain possession. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Ennis. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Now Garland. He's got 11. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
The Magic trail by 13. Now here is Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Outside Fournier. Gordon tried to break loose. And Evan Fournier good for 3. Fournier's got 5 points so far. Now, here's Garland, headed by Augustine. And it's Osman missing.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Augustine. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gordon trying to break loose. The shot's good from Fournier.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Down low, here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Willingness to share the ball. Sexton can score and is hungry to do so. You got to keep your teammates happy.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. To the left side wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Garland. He's got 13. At the elbow, it's Drummond. It's over Vucevic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for James Ennis. Ross, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Now, here's Bamba. 5 points in the game. Gordon, the pass to Ross. Here's Bamba. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bamba's got 7 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Garland kicks to Thompson. Here's Drummond. In time, he gets the jumper to fall. He's got 14.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Off with the layup. The deep three from Thompson. And that one released in time, but no good. Andre Drummond has been on display for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Tristan Thompson. He's out there with Porter. Andre Drummond is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Ross kicks to Fultz. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, there are some players who are playing crew, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
Now, there's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things, like Chris Paul and Mike Conley, that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Magic making a change here as well. DJ Augustine's checked in for Markelle Fultz. Passes it to Vucevic. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Drummond. Here's Windler. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Ross with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Windler's shot is off. The Magic trail by 12. The pass to Ross. Lots of room. Drained for 2 points.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now here's Nance to the wing right side. Here's Garland. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first one falls. Ennis, who's checked in for Orlando. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Fournier. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Now, here's Garland. Vucevic defending. They get it back. Pass to Sexton for 3. hits the three-point bomb.
Looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
Fournier with the ball. Guarded now by Sexton. Right side Gordon. And stolen by Drummond. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. Pass to Osman. Drummond up top. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Clark. Kicks to Bamba. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
The Magic making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. And it's Orlando's ball. 15-point game. Clark kicks to Bamba. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Frazier, throws down the breakaway jam.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points, you gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's gonna do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Back to Dellavedova. There's the three. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Payday. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the 1. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Levine can't hit. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Osman, the pass to Garland. And the layup's good off the glass. Well, Smitty, the future for these two teams, terrific. A lot of young talent on display.
Yes, it is. And you got to be happy if you're the fan base. You can grow with these guys, and you can see them grow, and they are going to win a lot of games in the future.
And Sexton slams it in.
And how about the leaping ability there on the slam? I love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Puts up a 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Love. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Look at the unselfishness by Kevin Love. Doesn't have what he wants, finds a wide open teammate.
Here's Levine. The kick out to Porter. And there's the pass to White, and stolen by Drummond. Now Cleveland moving it up. The open look here for Sexton. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got 5.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
For 3, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find.
Oh, the power on that Prudence!
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Out to White. Back to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. And the Bulls with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Count it. That's 7 points for Colin Sexton.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Levine. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Drummond. Chicago grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. To the paint, here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at its best.
Now here is Carter. That one wide left. Inside, here's Love, and the dunk by Love.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Levine with it, defended by Sexton. Carter up top. Here's White. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
Saransky's checked in for Levine. Porter with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Love. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Carter outside. Passes it to Satoransky. Three-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Cleveland, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Dunn attacking. The lead now in single digits.
This is Dunn's game. Terrific acceleration. Very hard to stay in front of.
It's stolen by Nance. Intercepted. Deflects the pass. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Basket counts. Young's got his first basket.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Down low, here's Thompson. Here's Nance. And the Nance slams it in.
Nance is special. How easy is it for him to make this spectacular look routine?
Shoots from 14. Dunn misses. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. There's Garland. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Dunn outside. Pass to Cornette. Over Thompson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down. Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Porter. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Here's Windler. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Clock at 6. Dishes to Porter. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And while we've got a second here, now let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, and find out who the steal leaders are. Second is Chris Dunn. Third is Andre Drummond.
When you've got those two guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Dunn. A switch here also for Cleveland. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Garland.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Nance. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Thaddeus Young on the wing. And here's Valentine for three. Hits it from three-point range. Valentine's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. And Cleveland turns it over again.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Thaddeus Young. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's right around 13 points a night, over 2.5 steals and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game. Allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
The shot by Valentine, no good. It's deflected. Stolen by Carter. Harrison kicks to Satoransky. Back to Harrison. Carter right side. It's Drummond with the rebound. Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Carter with it. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all around.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 10-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think? And that's a wrap for our halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Bulls. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Osman. And he's good on the 3-ball. Osman's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Not completely comfortable yet as a facilitator. Markkanen working on that aspect of his game.
Pass to Garland. Makes it off the glass. Garland's got 8 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside, Levine launches a 3. Carter against Drummond. Low block shot. Here's Levine. And it's good for two. Levine's got his third basket of the night.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Sexton the pass to Love. And Love throws it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Levine. Drops in the layup for two. Levine's got 6 in the quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Here's White. That's in there. Carter with the assist. He's got 5.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's done in for White. To the middle. And stolen by Dunn. Up top, Porter, defended by Sexton. Here's Cornett. And the 3 off target.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. Thompson. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Cornett passes to Satoransky. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Porter. A putback. Satoransky grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 15. And Young, here we go. Here's Dunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Nance.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Now the pass to Windler. Here is Nance. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Sexton, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
16 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And again, no good by Chicago. No good, shot missing. And so it's Cleveland. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Sexton is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the three, the small forward. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 13-point game. The shot by Harrison, no good.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And Sexton has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. On defense, the Cavaliers. And here's Valentine for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Thompson with the bucket.
Refining his skill set inside. You see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
The kick out to Porter. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And that matchup against the Heat, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Satoransky. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's Osman. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
To the paint. Love, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Porter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the wing, Porter. And Garland has it in the corner. Levine for three. Can't hit that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Levine. Fires for three. And the Bulls with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Drummond passes to Osman. Back to Drummond. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Left side, Love. Shot clock at 5. It's a very good look and converts. Love's got 4 this quarter.
One of the best catch and shooting big men we've ever seen, Kevin Love.
Here's White. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That brings them to within 10.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Cleveland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Love.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The shot's good.
This is the capability Zach LaVine has. Can score on all 3 levels.
Drummond dishes to Sexton. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They came in here and took care of business.